Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Zach Lesage here, and we are back here with another video today. We're going to be going over a deck profile, and PTCGO playthrough video. And in the spirit of the week, the spooky Halloween week, we are going to be going over some spooky Pokemon. The spookiest, newest Pokemon that I know of is Trevenant Dusknoir GX. When I first saw this card, I was like, yo, I don't know, should I pass on it? Should I pick it up? And then the inner Zach was like, yo, expanded totally is a thing. This card could be cool in 5 years. This card could be good in, actually right now. I saw a post on Hey Fonte or Verbank. I don't entirely remember the players. So if you are the player watching this video, I'm not trying to rip you off. Totally credit you for the concept of this kind of toxic control deck. And if anyone knows, feel free to let me know in the comments. It made top cut out of League Cup. I took the list, added a couple cards to it, and made it work. So if you read the attacks Night Watch, it's doing simple 150, and you can grab 2 cards from your opponent's hand randomly, and they shuffle them back into their deck. So the goal is to reduce your opponent's hand size, leave them with nothing, and attack them. It also has Pale Moon GX, so it gives you another option similar to Addkison GX and Lucario Melmetal GX to discard all the energies from your opponent's active Pokemon. This one's super cool because if you have 3 energies on it total, Psychic, Colorless, and an extra energy somewhere, you can knock out your opponent's Pokemon. So super cool. Remove their energies, leave them handless, knock them out. So it's an attacking control deck. So the way that this deck works, and before I get into it, remember, take a screenshot here, pose for the camera, make it all fun. That's the list that we got right here. Got a couple copies of Pheromosa and Buzzwole. This is the card that everyone asks me about the most. The reason why we play this card, it's because it's the only Ultra Beast tag team Pokemon. So that's pretty specific. But you need a Ultra Beast Pokemon so you could Beast Ring to it once your opponent is at 3 or 4 prize cards. And you need to Tag Switch. It allows you to get the most energies off with Tag Switch. Now, you can make the deck a little bit more boneless, as they say in the memes, by switching these to Energy Switch and putting in your flavorful tag, whatever Ultra Beast Pokemon you want. But Tag Switch it's the better card here. And I feel like if you're running a list like this is the way to run a list like this. Otherwise, this card is going to be maybe a Mewtwo Mewtech or a Malamar Tech. Anything that runs Psychic Energies could likely run this card. It's just Night Watch is a pretty hefty attack cost. And it's weird to run a control deck / lock deck that has a triple of a specific energy attack cost. So you do that, load up with the Beast Ring. You got Mismagius and Mischievous, which you can get out very quickly with Duskstone, because you can search your deck for Mismagius, Honchkrow, Chandelure, Aegislash, including GX Pokemon. And you could evolve it. You could use it on your first turn. So your turn 1, you're going to pop this Pokemon down, turn it into this Pokemon, Mysterious Message, giving your opponent prize cards, Ultra Beast onto this Pokemon, Tag Switch the energies over to this Pokemon so you can actually use the attacks. Now, the rest of the cards in the deck, Cherish Ball is meant out to get both of these Pokemon out. We got, what else do we have here? We got Chip Ice Axe. So this is a card that I added into the deck. So once you shuffle your opponent's hand away with a card like, let's say, Reset Stamp, you could you could organize your opponent's hand, or organize your opponent's deck, sorry. So when you're using Pale Moon GX, because Chip Ice Axe doesn't work with Night Watch, but it does work with Pale Moon GX. If you're struggling in the process, or you get a half lock out there, like let's say you go turn 1 Jesse James after a Reset Stamp to 4, you could put your opponent in a rough situation. Mysterious Treasures can get out any of your Psychic Pokemon, so a Trevenant Dusknoir or the Mismagius line. Order Pad is just so that you could search out your Pokemon, or search out your items. So we got a handful of those available in this deck, going all the way to Tag Switch. We got Pal Pad, so you can get back Cynthia's, Green's Exploration, Jesse and James, Lieutenant Surge. We got a couple copies of or I guess 4 copies of Pokegear. So again, searching out these Pokemon. 2 Pokemon communications, just as an extra measure to make sure that we can get out Mismagius or Mismagius, or put a Mismagius back into the deck. Reset stamps to lock our opponent after our opponent draws some prize cards with Mysterious Message, or naturally we could punish them with Reset Stamp. A couple switch just in case you start with the wrong Pokemon. Tag switch, Power Plants, stopping abilities. Cynthia, sometimes you just need to shuffle your hand away. Green's Exploration, do keep that in mind. That Mysterious Message is a ability. It's an ability, so you can't use greens with this in play. You want to make sure that you're popping them first, or that you're not evolving into them. Jesse and James, to discard cards from your opponent's hand, leaving them handless. Lieutenant Surge brings it all together. And then we got some Psychic Energies. So I know I went through this deck profile a little bit quick. It's more because I'm just super excited to show you the spooky Halloween October themed deck with some ghosty boys right there, or ghosty gals, whichever ones they are. I'm not sure whichever they are. Someone can let me know exactly how that all works. Let's just call them the ghost homies in the spirit of including everyone. And yeah, let's jump into some games. So this deck is either going to be Insano Busted Gangin', or you want to know what? You are going to lose, because this deck is very, very variance ridden when it comes to things with Nightwatch and Jesse and James and your opponent top decking out of this lock. Anyways, I don't want to drag on. Let's jump into some games, see if this deck is it or not. But in the spirit of Halloween, this is what we got for y'all. Hopefully you enjoy it. Playing against Vicho Salinas. What's up, friend? Thank you for playing this game. I'll call tails. We lost a flip. That's okay. I don't think it necessarily matters with this deck. I think we just want to lock our opponent. You can see we got the spooky sleeves. We started with Trevenant Dusknoir, and maybe our opponent, we might fall into a period of where our opponent's just like auto quit against us. So that'd be kind of cool too. We have no additional basic Pokemon, so we're just going to start off the game. So let's see exactly what our opponent does here. So they're playing Reshizard. What are they going to play here? They're probably like reading this card right now in real time. Okay, so they're going in with a Pokegear. Getting a greens. Okay, playing greens. So we're actually playing against Greenzard. This might be better for us because their deck is more susceptible to a reset stamp. We can quite often get some things out there. While their base deck, they might run out of energies. They might not be able to knock us out all at once. Starting to plan how this is all going to work out. Mysterious Treasure is going to be nice to get out a Pokemon. Maybe we don't need Palpad. I know, first and foremost, we don't need Mismagius in our hands. Or is it Mismagius? I'm going to call it Mismagius. So we can do 3 Misdreavus, but we only need 2 of them. So let's do this. Let's go... We probably don't need Switch more than anything else. So let's pop the Switch, because we already have the Pokemon we want in the active position. Let's go Misdreavus again. Let's go Duskstone into Mismagius. Do that. Our opponent's probably going to be like, yo, what are you doing, Zach? Go. So we got the energy. Let's pop this, and we're going to draw 6 cards. Our opponent's going to draw a prize card. Okay. So things are already looking okay. It all just depends on what we could do here. So you want to know what? Let's go with Order Pad first. So we did get a heads, and we need another Duskstone if we're going to make this happen. So let's go Duskstone again. And let's see if we can get anything off Pokegear. Ooh, Lieutenant Surge. So we might be able to get the turn 1 here. I think we're in a pretty prime spot. Let's see what we can get off this Pokegear. We actually don't want to grab anything there. Let's go Lieutenant Surge. We probably need a few more cards, so let's just Palpad that Lieutenant Surge back into our deck. I normally would like to do a little bit more with it, but we need to draw more cards. So let's go Mysterious Message. Our opponent's going to be drawing some more cards here. We did get the tag switch, so we are going to be able to go for a turn 1 Night Watch and rip our entire opponent's hand to shreds this turn. This deck is silly. Just absolutely silly. So let's go for Buzzmosa, B-String. Do we try to get one more out there? We want to Reset Stamp Jesse James. You want to know what? I think we might be okay for a bit. So you want to know what? Let's go for greens, because we could still play greens. Let's go for a Reset Stamp. Power Plant's not going to matter for us. And next turn, we're just going to go for a... Yeah, let's go for a Cynthia next turn. That sounds cool. I think that's all we want. Oh no, we don't want to grab a Cynthia. We want to grab... just a card that we could discard. So let's go Mysterious Treasure away this Cherish Ball. I hope I'm playing this right. There's our last Mischievous. Put that down. Evolve it into a Mismagius. Okay, let's go Tag Switch from here to here. Cool. We have Reset Stamp. Actually, you want to know what? I'm just debating, because if we give them a prize card afterwards... no, let's just go Reset Stamp. I just don't know if Jesse and James is going to work a little bit different. I think I could still play it. Okay, Jesse and James. Night Watch. 150. Goodbye, hands. Turn 1. Oh wow, they left their hand really bad. Hopefully our opponent just passes here. That'd be really nice for us. Okay, awesome. So this is where the deck is going to be working. We don't really need to be doing too much else, especially with Mismagius, because we're shuffling. You want to know, we can control our opponent's top decks if we rip a Chip Chip Ice Axe. So they're gonna draw a prize card, and let's go for Pokegear, Greens Exploration. We could still play greens. Do we have Chip Chip Ice Axe? Oh, apparently we prized them. Okay, cool. So let's go for a Lieutenant Surge and a Jesse James. So we're gonna shuffle that card away. Hopefully it was a good card. Judge Whistle. Okay. So we can't use Lieutenant Surge anymore. Unless our opponent draws a prize card. There's a Chip Chip Ice Axe. But we're just probably going to just Jesse and James our opponent anyways. See what our opponent does here. Another Volcanion. Let's go Chip Chip. Let's see what we can put on top of their deck. Ooh, they're definitely getting a fire energy. Night Watch. So we're chilling. We know they're getting a fire. There's another Chip Chip. Who are they going to attach the fire to? Fire. Go with Flare Starter. So they're going to get a fire energy there. And we know we win the game the next turn because we're going to Chip Chip Ice Axe them. So let's go ahead and play it. Chip Chip Ice Axe. What card are they going to get? They're going to get... They can have a switch considering they're not going to have a Pokemon left. We could start building up energies on this Pokemon. We still have B-String. Might as well play that there just to give ourselves options. And let's go for Night Watch. So our opponent's going to top deck a switch. Switch might actually be a difficult card to give him. I think it's better for us to go for... It would have been nice to have a Chip Chip this turn. Because if they end up top decking a Pokemon, which their chances are super low, but it could happen, they wouldn't get knocked out. Let's just go for Night Watch. Shuffle that switch away. We could have gone for the attack, but I feel like there's a higher chance of them just drawing nothing than us wasting our GX attack. Ooh, Acrobike. What are they going to get there? Power Plant. Awesome. Good game. Night Watch. And you see how this deck from turn 1 just ruined our opponent's absolutely everything. This deck is absolutely insane. It's one of the best ways to showcase how this deck works. So I hope you enjoyed that one. So here we're playing against it. Looks like it's going to be some Dark Fire, something else. Our opponent's going first though, so we'll see what they're playing. And it doesn't really matter what our opponent plays as long as we can get a half-decent setup here. Okay, no basics for us. Hopefully we don't give our opponent too many extras to just get set up. They need a lot to get set up against this deck. There's no like a Rangaroo in format. I don't know what mirror match would look like for this deck. That sounds completely awful, but... Okay, so we got Mischievous. I don't hate this. It seems okay. One card, they're selecting their starting Pokemon. And if our opponent doesn't get a basic, oh, Hoopa. That's arguably one of the worst cards that our opponent could start with. Dark Box, maybe? Dark Box with Incineroar. Yikes. Hopefully they don't get an energy because they can use Rogue Ring and get powered up under our lock. This arguably might be one of our more difficult matchups. But let's do everything we can. So we got a Greens Exploration. That's a cool card. Okay, so let's start this off by going Duskstone. And you can use this from the active Pokemon. Okay, Mismagius. We'll drop a Cherish Ball. Okay, so we're actually going to lose this game because we prized both of our Trevenant Dusknoirs. That's some cool variants. Don't think we have any way to draw a prize card otherwise. So, you want to know what? That's kind of crazy. I want to see how far we can make this actually happen. Oh, you want to know what? Maybe we could attack with Mismagius. Let's see how this would work out anyways. Let's go for Mysterious Message here. So let's give our opponent a prize card. we can discard a greens. Our opponent's probably so confused. They're like, this deck's absolutely trash. And they're right this turn. Looks like we would have hit everything else, though, to get it. Let's go Duskstone. How many Lieutenant Surge do we have in the deck? So we do have the 2 Surge. So we have 2 out of 38, 1 in 19. Our chances aren't great. Let's go for Mysterious Message. Everything would have been so nice. Wow. But it doesn't matter. We would have got the Surge. We would have been able to get it. We would have been able to get a switch. So how would have this happened? I just want to make sure that we're playing this out correctly. Let's go for another. Let's go for Cherish Ball. Let's play this out as if this Buzzwolf Veramosa was a Trevenant Dusknoir, just so we have a decent idea on how everything else would have worked out. So let's go B-String. And we'll B-String to this Pokemon. We'll go Tag Switch. I guess I should have attached the energy to the other one, but that's okay. It doesn't necessarily matter. Let's go for Pokegear. Wow. So we would have gone Green's Exploration. Oh no, we would have gone Lieutenant Surge. You can see that I'm frustrated and making mistakes. Anyways, we'll concede this game. You can see how if you don't have Trevenant Dusknoir, you lose. So we'll give this one to our opponents, and we'll see exactly how the rest of it goes for the other games. Okay, so jumping into another game. Hopefully, unlike last game, we don't prize any Trevenant Dusknoirs or any of the pieces we need. You can see that this deck's kind of like a combo piece. Exoding your opponent if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player. That's a solid reference. So last game, our prize cards were pretty spooky. See what Shadman 1000, shout out to them. What's up, friend? Let's see exactly what's going on here. They're just calling the flip. And I think we actually almost want to go second with this deck. Just don't know if it's better to be going first or not. I don't want our opponent to attack into us turn 1. We'll let our opponent go first. We'll see if that's a better strategy or not. So you can't start with something if you don't prize it. This hand is arguably the worst hand that we've started with out of all 3 games that we've played so far in this channel with the deck. And that's just because we don't have a Pokemon communication and we don't have a Duskstone. So we need a Mischievous, and it might stop us because we won't be able to go for the whole Lieutenant Surge thing. So we'll see exactly what our opponent's doing. Looks like they might be having some issues setting up here. So nothing there on our behalf. They took a full extra 40 seconds off the clock than we did. So if you're ever playing PTCGO, make sure you're giving it your full attention if you want to have both players enjoy the game. You know, recently at my past 2 League Cups, I made top 8 at both. I had an opponent in the top 8 of each. They were playing a little bit slower than I would have liked. Ooh, Zebstrika. Ugh. It's probably a card that this deck doesn't want to see. We want to stop them before they get that out. Because then our opponent's otherwise just going to get whatever they want. Pokegear. We did get a Viridian Forest, though, that gets energy. Professor Elm's Lecture. What is this deck? Inkay. Malamar. Whoa. Be a scary matchup, I guess. Hopefully, okay. Well, we did get a Mysterious Treasure. So, we don't want to give our opponents energies. It's actually a really, really, really tough go here. Let's go for a Green's Exploration. So we're going to do that first because we can't give our opponent a prize card and we don't have any other way to get it. Duskstone for 1. And I'm not entirely sure what we want for the other card yet. Maybe like Duskstone and a Cherish Ball? That seems okay. We probably should have got Pokemon. That would have been better because that would have put a card away. Let's go Cherish Ball here for a Buzzmosa. Let's discard a Chip Ice Axe. Pokegear is a card that I think we're going to have to just drop off the face of the world. So we got a Mischievous. And let's see how this works out. So, looks like we'll only be able to do this 3 times in the game. There's that. There's that. Let's bop that. And there's Mysterious Message. Number 1. Okay. We need to get a heads here, peeps. Tails. Yikes. And this is probably where we lose the game. Unless our opponent got nothing. So no turn 1 godliness for us. We just gotta pass. We do have it in our hand next turn. So maybe we can get a complete lock on our opponent. Hopefully they don't evolve into a Zebstrika. That'd be awful for our deck. We have no way to bring up that Zebstrika. Cynthia, please don't get out Zebstrika. Of course they will. So this is just going to shut us completely out of our lock. We'll play the game because I think there might be a chance of us getting around this. Maybe. But I truly don't think so. Zebstrika is not a popular tech in any deck by any means. So it's a little bit weird to be running into at this stage. Okay, they're gonna sprint. Maybe they won't retreat. That'd be best case scenario for us if they just didn't retreat and didn't understand the dynamics of our deck. Of course they're gonna retreat. Okay, there's a spell tag. There's a U-turn board. And I think our opponent got basically the perfect setup to allow us to lose this game. Because we knock out Giratina, we rip their hand away. We'll give it a shot anyways. So there's that. Let's go ahead and use it. Let's go B-string. Let's go tag switch. Grabbing our energies. Let's go Pokegear. That's not really going to help us too much. So let's go. Let's just go Cynthia at this point. Gonna waste the Cherish Ball because we don't need it. Cynthia. It's another energy. There's no point of us trying to play too much else, and let's go for Night Watch. So we'll just keep on ripping our opponent's hand away. Hopefully they get nothing off of... oh, they had nothing in their hand either. Let's just rip their hand away every single turn and hope Zebstrika... just maybe they'll forget about Zebstrika or something like that. The deck still did a turn 2. So, yikes. This is exactly what we don't want to be seeing. So, see if our opponent can attack us this turn at all. There's their sprint. I'm sure they're very happy playing against us right now. Good job. Next level tech choice. There's a distortion door. Maybe they'll struggle to get enough energies in the discard pile. Another spell tag, a mysterious treasure. Nothing there. I'm assuming they have wow, they got 4 Malamars out. This is insane. For our opponent, they're probably, yeah, there's a Cynthia. If they don't get an energy out this Cynthia, 22 cards left in deck. Yep. So they'll be able to attack us every single turn. Mathematically, how does this work? So they're going to hit us, put us at 170. Spell tech's not going to matter. So we're going to get off 2, 3, 4. We could bring this down to 1 prize card. Unless they bring out their Ultra Necrozma that they also somehow fit into this deck. Let's go ahead and go Mysterious Treasure. Goodbye, Order Pad. Mischievous. Duskstone. We'll make it easier for our opponent. Lieutenant Surge. Mysterious Message. Let's see what's up. Take your prize card. Green's Exploration. Reset Stamp. Sure, let's play a B string because that sounds like fun. Ta-da! Reset Stamp. So you can see, even though that like they have Zebstrika, the dynamic of the deck still does what it's supposed to be doing. There's a Jesse and James. I'm fine with just pitching away a Pokecom and a Pokegear. Which cards are they gonna discard? Come on, you win next game, please. Like next turn, please, please, please. Actually, we can't even deck them out. Let's try something fun. Oh, sure, they can totally have that. Let's just go Pale Moon. I haven't used that attack yet in this vid, so let's see if that works out. Are they going to be able to get out of the active position? Let's just move all the energies because it's a gigantic meme now. If this deck had some kind of spreading potential, I'd be in an insane position, but let's go Reset Stamp and sure, even though we're not going to make it past. Night Watch. randomly took 2 psychics. It's a little insane. Yeah, and good game. We got it. You have a good deck. Awesome. We'll give that to our opponent. So, not every single game is going to work out our way. Obviously, we weren't expecting Zebstrika, so we'll pass on it. Good game. Alright, so I know it's not the longest video I did today, but I really wanted to make sure we played 3 games. We got the concept off game 1 and game 3. Game 1 we were able to win. Game 2 we prized our Trevenants. And game 3 we played against a Zebstrika. So a bit of PTCGO variance, but the deck did work 2 out of 3 times. And that's usually good enough odds for you to get some points at a League Challenge, League Cup, or even at a regional or special event, whatever you're playing in. This deck's pretty cool. If you're looking for something super fun, maybe even something a little bit toxic, spooky, give this deck a go. It's honestly really good. When it gets going. Otherwise, you could be frustrated like I was game 2 and just get nothing, or run into Zebstrika. You never know. So again, this is the list. Be sure to take that screenshot, click, enjoy it. If you're looking to support the channel, be sure to subscribe. We just recently hit above 20,000 subscribers, so thank you, all of you, for all of that. If you're looking to support it a little bit more, go to patreon.com/rarecandytcg. You can become a patron there. We have some exclusive content that is amazing. I'm sure you will all enjoy it, and all the support goes right back into the channel. You could also go to rarecandytcg.com, pick up some of our sweet merch. I know Eric puts a lot of strong effort into all of that. As for me, I'm Zach Lesage. You can follow me on Twitter at ZLesagepokemon. I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish you a happy Halloween week. Be sure to stay tuned. We got some other great content coming out on the channel this week. So I'll let you all go, and have yourself a great one.